A two-judges bench of the Supreme Court on Monday ordered the constitution of a special investigating team to inquire into the affairs of Vantara, a popular wildlife rescue and rehabilitation center launched by Reliance Industries and Reliance Foundation in Gujarat's Jamnagar. Former Supreme Court Judge Justice J. Chelameshwar will head the SIT that will examine various issues including the acquisition of animals from India and abroad, particularly elephants, and ascertain whether the centre complies with the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 and rules for zoos. The order by a bench of Justices Pankaj Mittal and P.B. Varale came on two PILs, one by lawyer C.R. Jayasukin and the other by a petitioner identified as Dev Sharma. These were filed in the wake of the shifting of an elephant named Mahadevi from a temple in Kolhapur to Vantara in July. The other members of the SIT are former Chief Justice of the Uttarakhand and Telangana High Courts, Justice Raghavendran Chauhan, former Mumbai Police Commissioner Hemant Nagrale, and serving Indian Revenue Service Officer, Additional Commissioner of Customs Anish Gupta. The panel has been told to submit its report to the top court by 12th September. This means that the SIT has a fortnight to conclude its inquiry that should address the concerns highlighted in the court order. Vantara, which means star of the forest, is a brainchild of Anant Ambani, the younger son of Mukesh Ambani. This expansive initiative spans 3,000 acres within Reliance Jamnagar refinery complex, also referred to as the Green Belt of Gujarat. It is said to be the world's largest zoo and rehabilitation center and a haven for abused, injured and endangered animals. The center is designed to recreate a natural and nurturing environment akin to the lush habitats from which the rescued animals hail. Last month, Vantara was in news following a Bombay High Court order that directed relocation of the elephant named Mahadevi from a monastery in Kolhapur to the center. The Supreme Court had upheld this order. However, the relocation triggered protest, with locals in Kolhapur taking to the streets. This prompted Vantara to issue a statement clarifying that it never requested to relocate Mahadevi to the center for her treatment. Rather, Vantara was a court-appointed recipient, it said. The controversy, however, did not rest here. The two PILs in the top court leveled serious allegations of statutory violations by Vantara. Based exclusively on media reports, these petitions refer to diverse complaints and stories circulating on the social media about the center. The allegations in these two PILs range from mistreatment of animals in captivity to financial irregularities and even money laundering charges. The allegations are not confined to the owners of Vantara but also cast aspersions on the government authorities such as the Central Zoo Authority, the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, as well as the courts. Since the petitions virtually indict Vantara, government authorities as well as other institutions including the judiciary, based on media reporting and without any material of probative worth, the Supreme Court therefore decided to first verify the allegations before initiating further action. The bench also felt that considering the sweep of the allegations, inviting responses in the case would not serve much purpose. It therefore outlined the mandate for the SIT and clarified that this panel will only hold a fact-finding probe to ascertain the true factual position and enable the court to pass any further orders. This means that the court would take further action in the matter only on the basis of the material furnished and contained in the report. The court order also clarifies that it is not an expression or an opinion on the allegations made in the petitions against Vantara. Hence, the order should not be construed to have cast any doubt on the functioning of any of the statutory authorities or Vantara. To fulfill the court's mandate, the SIT can conduct a physical verification of Vantara as well. In terms of the order, it will receive assistance and cooperation from the Secretary of the Gujarat Department of Forest when it visits Vantara for inspection. The court has given the SIT the liberty to inquire into complaints over financial compliances, money laundering and all allegations made in the petitions. SIT's task will be to determine whether the Vantara project complied with the Convention of International Trade of Endangered Species of Flora and Fauna and import-export laws when it was set up. Amongst the complaints that would be looked into by the SIT include Vantara's proximity to an industrial zone, creation of a vanity or private collection, breeding and conservation programs, use of biodiversity resources, misutilization of water and carbon credits, breach of different provisions of law, trade in animals or animal articles, and wildlife smuggling.